Hi everyone, welcome to Missy Cooking on a Budget. I am Missy. This is real life here. So I made a video and I was getting it edited and I accidentally deleted my beginning intro. So I'm still gonna post it. You're hearing this before, so I'm gonna show you my what the food looks like done. What I deleted was the spices I put into the soup. So in the hamburger soup, I had put in 2 of the onion cubes that I make. You know, I grind up the onion so it's almost like juice. I have family members that don't like to bite into a piece of onion. So I put in 2 of those cubes. I put in a teaspoon of my usual suspects, which was onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper. I also put in a teaspoon and a half, probably, of celery salt. And then the rest of it you do see. And then I made 2 soups today. That was for the hamburger soup. For the chicken soup, same exact seasonings. And, I'm going to take that back. In the hamburger soup, I also put in white pepper. I did not put that in the chicken noodle soup. So those were the seasonings that I used for both of them. And that's the part that I deleted. So this part will show first, and then the rest of how I made it. And I'm going to turn you around right now and show you just what it looked like done. So here we go. This is the hamburger soup. It came out so good. So there's that. And then over here is the chicken noodle soup. This came out delicious. But all the other stuff is in there on the video, just not my intro. So God bless you all. Thank you for watching. And again, we'll see you later on today. All right, so we have drained any grease that might have been on our hamburger. But before I start adding things, I want to talk about this hamburger soup for a minute. This soup is one of the most versatile soups and budget-friendly soups that you're ever going to learn how to make. I learned how to make this at least 35 years ago. I was a young teenage mom, and I believe it was like through the WIC program. A lady would come to the house and like show me how to cook things and stuff, and I signed up for it, even though I did know, well really I didn't know a whole lot about cooking then. I had watched my mom, my sister, and my dad cook, but I never really cooked for myself until, then. And later on, I learned more and more and more, because then I started paying attention. I'd go over their house and like, show me how to do this, show me how to do that. But this lady came, and this original recipe was with potatoes. So it was hamburger potatoes, like canned sauce, your vegetables, whatever you wanted to throw in there. But the main thing was hamburger and potatoes. I no longer put potatoes in it. I use the ditalini noodles. That's how we like it. So over the years, I've kind of made it, but the basic recipe. You've got ground hamburger, and I used a pound. You can use a half a pound. You don't even have to use a whole pound for it. Then you're going to, you saw the seasonings that I put in it. And next, I'm going to use what I have. So I have a leftover piece of corn on the cob from the other day. So we're just going to take that off. Throw that right in. Let me see what I'm doing here. Let me put you down a little bit. I know sometimes everybody can't hear me clearly. I'm working on getting a microphone. I'm soft-spoken as it is, and then to speak up is hard for me, I guess. So, I'm throwing in this, a little bit of corn. I'm going to throw in some of these carrots, real small. So I'm using what I got. So if you want to throw in a can of corn, a can of carrots, whatever you have. You don't have to use 2 vegetables. I usually like to. These ones were nice and real thin, so they're going to cook really quick. Prayers to everybody that's, I already forgot the name of the hurricane. My son isn't down in North Carolina. He said it's going to be turning into a tropical storm by the time it hits him. So prayers for all my family down there. Because even though it might not be a hurricane, the rivers down there like to flood. So all those that pray to God, please lift up them in prayer. That everybody's safe down there. Alright. I'm going to do this last carrot here, then go on to the next ingredient. So I had carrots, leftover corn. So I'm going to throw them in there. Next, I had some of this in the freezer. So I'm going to throw in a little bit of that. And it would be nice if I put this back on. So, what's that, maybe a 1/4 cup? About a 1/4 cup of that's going to go in there. When I have leftover sauces, I didn't use it all, I freeze them. So I'm going to open up a bag of that. It doesn't matter, tomato sauce, regular tomato sauce in the can, or the tomato sauce that you buy, like ragu or whatever. I like to throw in a can of tomato soup. Not necessary, but this is how we like it. So we're going to throw that in. This is going to unthaw in there. It'll be fine. Then I'm going to throw in this beef broth. Make your own, buy it, whatever you do. I just picked some up. I'm going to use the whole container. What's that, 32 ounce container. Then I have some chicken broth. I'm not going to use the whole container. I'm going to use about a cup's worth. Not necessary, but it deepens the flavor. I'm going to add in a handful of instant rice. this time I'm just going to taste it, see where I'm at. That's tasting real good. And I'm going to let this all melt, come together. As soon as it comes to a boil, I'm going to add in about a cup and a half of the ditalini noodles. When I add noodles in, I actually add a tablespoon of real butter, and I shut it down. I put a lid over it and just let it sit. It's ready in 15-20 minutes, but it's fine. And then that'll be supper. But I'll show you when I do that. So, you saw earlier, my chicken, let's see, it has reduced quite a bit, but that's what we want, that nice thick broth, or strong broth, not thick. Did I go too far? Sorry guys, sorry. Okay, so now, with the chicken soup part, is I need to take that chicken out so that I can handle it. So I got the chicken breast, and then the rest of the carcass of the rotisserie chicken I bought. So I'm gonna need about 15 minutes for this to cool down enough for me to handle it and put the chicken back in here. Just making sure there's no bones. Piece of fat there, no skin. Alright, so that's nice and rich. But we're gonna have to add to it because that's not enough for the soup. So that's when we're gonna take the rest of our chicken broth that I had purchased. We're adding to it today. We've got that, the rest of that container, and then I'm going to add 3 to 4 cups more of just plain water. Alright, so I used the whole 4 cups. I think I'm going to need 1 more. So I've got 2 more. Right. Let me taste this all together. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit more celery salt. I'm going to get a utensil this time. So we'll go with a half of that. We're going to add some black pepper. We're going to add another half of the onion and another half of the garlic. We'll have to taste that again and see where we're at because of the salt content. In this soup, I'm going to add some green beans in a can. I would have fresh green beans to put in, but we have little bunnies that just like to eat my green beans and my plants, so I do not have any. And they did not have any in the grocery store this morning, so sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Now, I'm just running a knife through it because I just like them smaller. So we're gonna throw this can of green beans in. Some will be, you know, regular size, and some will be cut up a little bit. I have a couple more carrots here. Same thing, gonna cut them thin. So, what is everybody else making for supper tonight? Oh, and if you guys can remember, tonight at 7 Eastern Time at Create with Linda is on live. If you have not seen her before, go check her out. She's fun. She's hilarious. Loves her family. Just a good time. So take a few minutes and go check her out. And hopefully this gets put up before her live starts. I didn't think of saying that. That's okay. If it's after the fact, you can still go watch it on the replay. And if you guys have any questions for me, I will be live on Thursday at 7 Eastern Time. Alright, that's probably enough carrots in that one. So I have to wait for my chicken to cool down, put the chicken back in here. Going to use these fine noodles for this chicken, just like a chicken noodle soup. What else? Oh, I'm gonna put in some of this rice cauliflower in there. So about almost a whole cup. And really, same with this soup. Whatever vegetables you want to put in. Now we've got some, a lot of people have some zucchini, squash from their gardens, the fresh green beans, whatever's in season. So, if you wanted this to be a vegetable soup, well, no, you couldn't because you already did the broth. That's all right. You could, but it's not a vegetarian. But if you wanted that, then all you'd, don't add the meat. Add a couple more vegetables. I'm gonna add some tomatoes in here, the tomato sauce. I don't like that, but if you do. I'm gonna let this come together for a few more minutes. So I think I might have to add some more celery salt. But I'm gonna wait. This is coming together nicely. I got the big spoon for that one. Alright, I'm gonna get everything picked up, and that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for these to come together. They each probably got about 15 more minutes. Okay, here we are. This is rapidly boiling. Everything is melted in there. I'll give it a nice stir. I'm gonna add the butter. Like I said, it's a good amount. I'm gonna put a good 2 tablespoons in. And then I'm gonna take about 1.5 cups of noodles. I'm gonna shut it down. I'm going to give it another stir. I'm going to put a cover on it, which is just going to be foil. Okay, I waste nothing. This was just on top of a pan the other day. Same situation. As long as it does got no food on it, I fold it back up and reuse it. Why not? Okay, so hot. I have to use my pot holders. Okay, so we're just gonna move that to the back. 20 minutes, that's done. So now, we're gonna start breaking up our chicken. Let me see this over here now. I'm gonna try to slide you a little bit over. So here's our chicken one. Let me get my cutting board. Just because this has been hot, I already started breaking it up a little bit. Throw this little bit of chicken in. Oh. Now, like I said, there wasn't a whole lot of chicken left because I've been eating off of it. That's why I threw that one chicken breast in there. So we got the chicken breast, I get this. And we're just gonna break that up in there. And you can have this any way you want. You can shred it smaller. You can put it in the blender, not the blender, but the chopper. So let me go through this a little bit more. And I've been cooking for my family for 35 years. I see people, you know, if you want to put on gloves, put on gloves. That's your business. I wash my hands. This is fine. I'm not cooking it for the masses. Still a lot of meat on here. Oh, nice piece right here. Beautiful. And as I've said in my other videos, I love soup. Soup is like my favorite thing. I have a lot of favorites, but I love soup. is it. Let me give my hands a wash. Give this a nice stir. This is going to be extremely hot, but I do have to taste it one more time. Where is my spoon? Because this is going to be my last time to be able to put any more spices in it. I'm going to go off camera because it's going to be so hot. I feel like it's pretty good. A little bit of black pepper. And then, same thing, I'm gonna shut this down. I'm gonna put in some of these noodles. Same thing, about a cup and a half. Oops. We want to have noodles in every bite. We want to have chicken. We want to have some of the vegetables. And I'm just going to put in a little bit more, not much. Another handful. Okay. I'm going to grab something to cover that one. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a like. You can always leave a comment. You could share. And you can subscribe if you're new to this channel. God bless you all. Jesus loves you. I will see you on the next video. And this is what's for me, lunch and dinner. Probably dinner for everybody else. This will last, sorry. This will last us a couple days in the refrigerator. And it's great just to have and go. And I've not made soup in weeks. And usually in the summertime, even when it's hot, I'll make a soup. But it's been so extremely hot, I have not. So I'm excited to have this. Both of them are going to take like 20 minutes. I just let them do their thing all by themselves. Shut them off and let them finish cooking that way. So I'll see you guys on the next video. And thank you for watching. God bless.